Beneath the surface of the world you know, behind marble walls and guarded doors, lies a silence so heavy it feels alive. The Vatican, crowned in golden light, hides shadows deeper than any crypt. Tonight, you and I will descend into those shadows, to walk corridors where history is rewritten and truth is sealed away. Subscribe now, so you never miss what waits in the dark. For nearly 2,000 years, the Vatican has been more than a city. It has been a mind, a hand, a vault, a place where faith meets power, and power always hungers for secrecy. You look at it from the outside and see domes, saints, and scripture. But within its chambers lies the memory of empires, of forgotten kingdoms, and perhaps of truths so devastating they can never be spoken aloud. This matters because what is hidden shapes what you believe. Documents sealed in vaults are not just ink on parchment, they are the story of humanity. When you alter what people know, you alter who they are. And if the Vatican has chosen to guard certain truths from you, then the question becomes, are they protecting your faith or protecting their own power? Picture yourself in a long corridor under Rome. The air is cool, heavy with dust. At the end stands a door of iron, flanked by men sworn to silence. Beyond it stretches the Vatican Secret Archives, 50 miles of shelving, papal decrees, letters from kings, maps older than nations. Every page has the weight to bend history, but not all can be seen. Some texts are locked inside cabinets, sealed by keys that have not turned for centuries. Imagine holding a letter written in 1530 by King Henry VIII, begging for his marriage to be annulled. That letter still exists in those shelves. Nearby rests Galileo's trial transcript, where faith and science collided under candlelight. You realize the archives are not just records. They are battlegrounds, frozen in ink. And somewhere in those shelves lie volumes too dangerous for release, their contents hidden from both scholar and pilgrim. Beyond parchment, treasures whisper in the dark. In 1204, when Crusaders sacked Constantinople, relics disappeared. Some believe they were brought here beneath the Vatican stones, the Ark of the Covenant, the Spear of Destiny, objects entwined with myth and empire. Legends say they were locked away to prevent wars, or perhaps to preserve power. Picture golden chests resting under layers of dust, guarded by silence. The thought alone sends a chill. Prophecies deepen the unease. In 1917, 3 children in Fatima claimed to see visions of the future. 2 secrets were revealed. The third, shrouded in controversy. The Church published a version in 2000, yet many insist the true message remains hidden. A vision too grim, perhaps, for the faithful to endure. Imagine a small box locked in a Vatican drawer. Inside it, a folded parchment that could unravel belief itself. Secrecy is not just about relics or prophecies. It is about leverage. Within these walls are treaties, signed in ink that never reached the public, deals between popes and kings, alliances that shaped wars, toppled thrones, silenced enemies. When knowledge is withheld, it ceases to be history. It becomes a weapon. In the Vatican's silence lies a power as sharp as any sword, because truth in the right or wrong hands can bend nations. Beneath St. Peter's Basilica lies a deeper mystery. Archaeologists uncovered a necropolis, an ancient city of the dead beneath the very heart of Christianity. Marble, tombs, inscriptions worn by time, skeletons resting under altars, but further still are sealed doors, blocked with stone, never opened in modern times. Behind them may rest temples swallowed by history or relics too dangerous to expose. The silence of those stones feels deliberate, as if guarding what must not be known. If this intrigues you, subscribe and share. Someone you know may want to hear this. Symbols, too, whisper their own language. In frescoes and manuscripts, you find serpents coiled around crosses, suns shining from behind halos, keys drawn with unusual precision. To the casual eye, decoration. To the initiated, a code. Imagine a manuscript bound in calfskin, every curve of its script carrying double meaning. Knowledge hidden in plain sight, disguised as beauty. You wonder how many times you have walked past a secret carved into stone and never noticed. Consider the Voynich manuscript discovered in Prague. Hundreds of pages filled with plants that don't exist, symbols no one can read, diagrams that defy logic. Radiocarbon dating places it in the 15th century, yet its code resists every attempt to decipher. Scholars have studied it for decades, algorithms have scanned it, but it remains unreadable. Some suspect the Vatican holds similar works, texts designed to conceal their meaning until the right eyes appear. Maps, too, hold their own shadows. In 1929, the Piri Reis map surfaced in Istanbul. Drawn in 1513, it shows coastlines of Africa and South America with uncanny precision. But most haunting is Antarctica, drawn not under ice but as land. Modern science says it has not been ice-free for thousands of years. How could a sailor of the 16th century know its shape, unless he was copying from maps even older, drawn by civilizations long erased? Some whisper the Vatican may have fragments of those forgotten cartographies preserved when others were lost. What if scrolls from the Library of Alexandria survived, smuggled west before the flames consumed it? Imagine unrolling a scroll in a Vatican chamber, revealing histories of civilizations we do not even teach, philosophies erased, technologies forgotten. If such knowledge exists, the silence around it becomes its loudest statement. You begin to see the thread weaving through each shadow. Documents, relics, prophecies, maps. Together they tell a story not of faith alone, but of control. What you know about history is not just discovery, it is permission, every archive locked. Away is a choice about what you are allowed to see and what you never will. The Vatican stands as both guardian and gatekeeper, holding keys to truths that may never surface. Now comes the climax, the most unsettling revelation. Imagine stepping into a chamber deep beneath Rome, a place only a handful have ever entered. The air is ancient, heavy. Before you rests a chest, its seal unbroken for centuries. Inside lies a manuscript older than the church itself, describing origins that challenge everything you were taught. It tells of civilizations predating recorded history, of knowledge humanity once held but lost. And as you read, the weight of silence crashes down. You realize the story of mankind may be incomplete by design. This is the heart of it. The Vatican may not only preserve faith, but actively shape memory. If the archives conceal manuscripts from Alexandria or relics from empires erased, then history as you know it is only a fragment, not false, but incomplete. And the choice of what is hidden is deliberate. Secrecy becomes not a shield of protection, but a tool of direction. Humanity walks a path paved not only by what was revealed, but by what was withheld. So what does this mean for you? It means the world you live in is larger than you were told. Every symbol carved in stone, every door sealed in silence, every text withheld whispers that there is more. Power is never just in armies or crowns. Power lies in deciding who knows the truth and who never will. And perhaps that is why the Vatican's silence feels so heavy, because silence itself is the purest form of control. When you look at St. Peter's shining dome against the Roman sky, remember the labyrinth beneath, shelves stretching for miles, relics hidden in darkness, prophecies whispered and sealed, bones lying beneath altars. Above you see faith and devotion, below rests secrecy and power. What you see inspires belief, What you do not see defines history, and perhaps that balance has always been the greatest mystery of all. Subscribe now and join me on the next descent into the unknown, where we'll uncover a mystery even older than Rome itself, one that still shapes the shadows of our world today.